see a fine girl, appreciate one. It's not easy to be fine. Am I not fine? Alright, I'm back again. My name is Moturiayo. I love to call that name because you don't know. So many people do not know the meaning of my name. Like my Hausa fans, my Indian fans, like I like India go. My name is Moturiayo. I have seen joy again. My mama guesses. She named me that name. She guesses. Alright, so today I have someone here. It's not honorable ni tẹ́ bá ti ń wò wọ́n ẹ máa wò wọ́n pẹ̀lú ojú pé ìyàwó ọba ni wọ́n hàn mi ò fi wọ́n ṣeré bó ṣe wà yẹn. Okay, so I have someone here today, my honorable, I will not tell you, I don't know, to come and tell us about something very important to our life. And this thing is very, very important. And what are we talking about today? We are going to be talking about processed food, drinks, and your body. So today, what is processed food? What are those things doing to our body? How do we take them? Should we take them or not, or whatever? Stay on this video and watch. You're going to enjoy.
She's here, our honorable. She's here. I'm big guy. People like me, I come honorable Yawoba. I don't know who she is, but I don't know that it's Oba that she will marry. All right, welcome, Dr. Mosura. So she has lovely name. You know what I'm thinking? M square. So Dr. Mosurat.
Yeah, that's it.
Dr. Mosura, welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
I like these glasses. Alright, so she's here to tell us processed food, drink, and body. Like I said, better look for 3 in 1. So, Dr. Mosura, how are you doing this today?
Well, it's the month of Ramadan. I'll say I'm fine. I'm super, like energetic, even though it's Ramadan. I'm fine.
Okay. Alright, so the Lord will strengthen you. So we
Amen.
have something to give you today, something super duper kuka. Processed food. So let me start with this. What is processed food?
Well, I would say that before I go into processed foods, before I tell you what processed foods are, I want to ask you, do you know that processed foods and drinks are the major sources of sugar in your diet?
Me get.
Oh, more. Okay, don't worry. I know you will tell me you don't take sugar, but do you also know that a tablespoon of jam you take contains 10 grams of sugar, and that grammar is too much? Yes, I know, right? It's equivalent to like 1 teaspoon of sugar. So imagine the number of tablespoons of jam you use to take your bread. I know you like jam, it's sweet.
So what if I'm now eating sugar raw? Like I'm putting it in my mouth, like I'm drinking liquid.
You know, when you take Coke, you're actually taking about 16 cubes of sugar. Do you know that also? So you don't know?
No,
okay.
I don't.
So I'm here today.
So if I'm taking this fresh like this, how many grams?
I'll have to calculate this one. So now, I'll now tell you what processed foods are. Processed foods, well, it's not all processed foods that are dangerous to our body, that are injurious to our health. Processed food, process just means like you're making some modifications to the food. So in layman terms, I'll try as much as possible, even though she said I'm a doctor. Well, I will try as much as possible not to be blowing grammars here today so that we'll get ourselves. It's just like you're making modifications to your foods. That's what processed foods are.
Okay.
And we have like 2 different types of processed foods actually. We have the mechanically processed foods and we have the chemically processed foods.
You understand?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
You see, the mechanically processed foods, they are the ones that are like somehow safe for us. Because it just means like, for example, you grind your meat. If you want to make minced meat, to make meat pie, you just grind your meat.
That's
yes, that's mechanical.
Okay.
Or maybe when you pasteurize your milk so that your milk does not get spoiled. Okay. That's mechanical. You're just trying to like make some changes to the food. You're not really adding chemicals. You're not really adding any ingredients or additives or flavors or sweeteners or anything to just make it. I'm blowing too much grammar for you. Don't worry. I know my viewers. They are
getting it.
Yes,
they
get.
I don't have sense. Continue. What is chemical?
I didn't say that.
All right.
But chemically processed foods, yeah, are those ones that we've made modifications too. Those are the ones they do industrially.
Okay.
To make it, a common example of chemically processed foods are like fast foods. For example, instant noodles. For example,
So is it because you want us to know that you understand English very well, you can speak grammar? That's why you have to put instant noodles. Indomie food, noodles, they want instant.
Motu. Motu.
Sorry, continue.
Okay. Okay, for you all, like any food that we've added additives, that we've added flavors, that we've added chemicals, something to change the texture of the food, the taste of the food, those are chemically processed foods. And one thing about them, do you know?
What is that?
Is that they have little or no nutritional value. Because all the nutrients in the food, you don't scatter them.
So, wait.
You shock, right?
I don't chop waiting no go benefit my body.
Change your ways. Join the healthy gang. Yeah.
All right, okay. So, wow, I'm sure that right now you know what processed food, even sometimes the grammar is we that we don't understand in grammar. I hope you get it, you people. All right, so
my people get it.
Okay, so what are the effects of this processed, mechanical, chemical processed food?
Well, I think I'll put it as, are processed foods bad for you? Answer me.
Maybe you say you don't get nutrients.
Well, not all processed foods are bad for you.
Okay.
Well, the mechanically processed foods are safe to eat. They are relatively safe. For instance, like I said earlier, I want to make my meat pie. I decided to grind my meat to make minced meat for my beef. So it's relatively safe. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So not all processed foods are bad, but the chemically processed foods are very bad. So this one to the mothers out there, upcoming mothers, fathers, brothers, anybody, stop buying cheese ball, biscuits, bobo, ribena, and worry. Stop buying it for your little ones. Let's explore the healthier options, okay? So
wait, before you go, only can you go to my mind?
Can you hear me?
So you are not telling. I will not tell you people. You want to trash me. You want to share your character. So you are not telling me that I'm bad, gone.
Well, they really taste nice actually. And you know the good thing about it, they are inexpensive.
So you are telling me
but
that
it causes damages.
You are telling me that. Let's continue.
Well, damages of processed foods. Let me just go right into it. It has been associated with obesity. That grammar is big. Yes, I know. Obesity just means that your weight is not corresponding with your height. That is your BMI, body mass index, is high.
Obesity is somebody that is big that we have to extend the door for.
Not all, what's it called now? You don't necessarily have to be fat.
You don't use
is that correct?
You don't use fat for them.
Okay, they are well-fed people. Yes, I remember.
People.
They are well-fed. Obvious people.
People.
Yes. Let me tell you something. Well, if you are on the obvious side, but some people are not on the obvious side actually, but they are still overweight.
So like me,
we can be.
No, I'm less than 50 kg.
What's your height, ma? Don't mind this young woman. So if your body mass index is greater than 25, okay, that's overweight, and above like that. Okay. So we go to obesity like that. You know why these foods will cause obesity for you? They have high sugar content and little nutritional value. So what your body does is that you just take them in and your body just stores them because your body does not have to do any extra work to break it down,
Sorry, Dr. Masura. Sorry, I'm sorry, viewers. You know what is funny to me like what? This? He's my videographer that is funny to me. If you see the face there, he's learning. But then you want to
well, not just our videographer right now that is cracking us up, but Motu also. I won't tell you what she took before we started this video. So let's just. Another thing that it can cause, it can increase your risk of having type 2 diabetes. Is a type of diabetes are of various types, but type 2 is the one that I'll call like when somebody is growing old already, but it can increase the occurrence. You know why it will cause it? Do you know why it will cause it?
No, I don't.
I should tell you.
Tell me, please.
I should not tell you.
Sure, I should need that.
Okay, let me tell you. And for the benefit of our viewers, You know, when you just take any processed food like that, you just gulp down your bottle of Coke, chilled cocoa, my dear, and fresh yo like Sister Mutu. When you gulp it down, okay, the level of the sugar in your blood shoots up, like it just increases like that. And there's also one chemical in the body that is called insulin. This chemical also goes up because it wants to like mop that sugar. And when you do this, you are overstimulating the factory of that chemical in your body. So by the time that factory is getting to like 35, 40, you are already using overdose of that factory. There's little or no chemical left to produce.
Nothing.
So it increases your risk of...
in this life will stop Fresh Yo company from signing me. They want to stop them. I'm gonna Fresh Yo.
Nobody can convince me that Fresh Yo did not pay this girl for adverts.
They are coming to sign me. They've not.
Okay. Another thing, let's move on. Leave this girl alone. Is that it causes something we call nutritional deficiency. Have you seen somebody that will be bleeding from the gum before? You've not seen. Have you seen anybody that...
No, wait though. Like sometimes when you brush your teeth now,
No, that the person will just... The blood will be coming out from the gum
without... cancer.
Not me.
Sorry.
That's called vitamin C deficiency and it's called scurvy, okay? When you take processed foods, it does not have nutritional values. You know what they used to sell it to us? They tell you that fortified with vitamin A, vitamin B, and B. Let me show you.
Fresh Yo is a good company. I will know.
It will tell you fortified with vitamin A, B, C, E, everything
this
fortified.
Energy 72.0, and that's the energy that I want.
It's sugar, my dear. So they tell us it is fortified, but in the during the process of making all these changes to this food, it gets lost. That is why they are fortifying it. And that means that it will even contain what you need daily, your daily requirements. It won't contain your daily requirements, which is why it's better to opt for natural sources. I mentioned something earlier concerning the mothers. Ignore her. Concerning mothers, sisters, everybody out there, instead of giving that your little boy or little girl Ribena, why not squeeze orange juice?
No.
God. And put it in the refrigerator for them. Chilled, fresh orange juice. Beneficial, nutritional, high in fiber, name it. Don't mind them. Another thing it can cause, my dear viewers, is constipation. You know why it will cause constipation? All the fibers in it were lost during the process of drying, grinding, mashing, turning around, conforming it to another shape.
Okay.
No nutritional value.
Sorry, ma. So are you telling us that we should not take them again like this?
I'm not saying you should not take them at all. Take them in moderation when the need arises. Okay, you should be able to choose. Then there's one very important one that I want to mention.
Can you hear?
I think you will pay me for me to say this one. You will pay, or you will not pay? You won't pay. For the benefit of my viewers, right? Let me tell you, Jerry, you people, I love you. It causes what we call dyslipidemia. Or Yoruba people will call it. I'm sorry, I don't understand French and Hausa. But the thing is, like, the fat level increases. Do you understand? And when the fat level in the blood increases like that, it can cause... And you know why this thing will increase? It's because all this processed food, they have a high level of trans fat. Something we call trans fat. They've refined, they've modified, they've done all sorts to it. And you know why this dyslipidemia is important?
Dyslipidemia.
High fat in the blood. Be learning from me. Let them know you know a doctor. You know why it is important? It can block the pipes that are carrying blood in your body. Those are called the blood vessels. And when it does that, it can contribute to hypertension. It can contribute to cerebrovascular accidents. I know you will scream. Break it down, layman terms, stroke.
But what did you call it?
Cerebrovascular accident. Yeah, so those are the things, out of the many things, those are the little things it can cause.
Deep gone. It's deep gone. He's like, hey, I want you will be watching me. So let me change it to English. Deep gone. It's deep. Like she said, moderacy is the key. Don't forget, anything you do in this life, be moderate. That's one
very important.
So it's not like, okay, I take Fresh Yo and you don't have to take everything. You don't have to reduce it. So don't come and tell me that it's me that is telling Coca-Cola not to sell it. I did not say that, though. Not hear it from me. So okay. So lastly, what can we use to replace this processed food?
Well, that is sweet. There are plenty options.
Okay.
Plenty options.
Tell me.
But I'll just add it up to the so like, how do we like stop taking all these processed foods so that we won't have all these things that I've counted. Okay? So first thing first, cut down on your sugar intake. How do you do that? Reduce your soda and fresh yo and Coca-Cola and anything soda, anything beverage. Reduce the intake. Okay? And you can cut on your added sugar by drinking lots of water. Water is very beneficial, you know. Like one of my senior colleagues will say, that's a Proco doctor, he will say, drink water and mind your business. Okay? So, drink.
Your friend is a Proco doctor.
Senior colleague. Is my colleague, is a doctor, so he's my senior colleague.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
And you never can tell. I may meet him tomorrow, someday soon.
But let me know
But
when you meet him. I like you.
Famza. So, cut it down, okay? Let's look for healthier alternatives. Okay? Drink lots of water. It's beneficial to you. It aids digestion. It helps to regulate blood pressure. It helps your skin to stay hydrated and you glow like me like this. You glow with pride, right there. So, another thing you can do, drink water, you glow naturally. Another thing you can do is to, what's it called now? Instead of taking packaged drink, packaged juice, juice it at home, make smoothie, go for healthier options. Okay, and that will help you a lot. Another important thing, consider healthier sources. For instance, instead of you to go with noodles, you can decide to make rice, add veggies to your rice. You can add sweet corn, add green peas, add vegetables to your rice. It makes a carrot, it makes it more healthier. Incorporate all range of food. Don't say, I don't like beans. My dear, if you don't like beans, you like akara, you like moi moi, you like begiri that you can take with abula. Abula, whole lot. Sorry, I like food. Yes, I know. So incorporate all range of food into your diet. When you want to take your pap or custard, you can add nuts. You can add groundnuts, add almond nuts,
so
add cashew nuts. I'm not saying you should not add sugar. Add little. You can add dates. You can add honey. You can add date syrup. Those are healthier options, and that is what we are preaching now. Include high level of fiber in your meals. Legumes, anything pod, beans, nuts, melon, all those things. They have high fiber content, okay? And you know what they do? They help you to go to the toilet easily. They contain what we call probiotics, like it maintains the normal organisms. Nothing will be too much. You'll not be purging up and down. You'll not be having running stomach. You'll not be having bloated tummy. You'll not be fatting everywhere. And the best way to avoid all this refined oil and trans fats in food, you know, is to seek healthier options. Cook with coconut oil, soybeans oil, soy oil, yeah, olive oil. Look for healthier options, okay? And if you do all these things, trust me, you'll be glowing. At age 75, you look like 50-year-old man or woman.
Like me now that I'm 40 years.
Loriva. And drink plenty of water. It will really help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, if I want to go out to Dr. Mosura's house to go and spend 1 week, Yama Jamie go. Because when I carry this one, you say, no, it's not good for your body. It's not good for your health.
That's why we are here.
So, I cannot stay in that place with all kind of basis how. You know, one mama for me when I want to take shawarma and fresh you, I should sleep.
There are various healthy options. Healthier options. Should like amala, carbohydrates, begiri, ewedu, vegetable. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹran. Inú ẹran get plenty fat. No too dey do inú ẹran. Pomo no too make. Pomo no too make. If you have smoked fish also.
Okay.
You get. It's healthy. Like pap and different nuts and maybe
worry
akara
again.
moi
It's
moi.
punishment will be this. I'll be thinking about that.
If you come to my house, those are the healthy things you'll be eating. And you'll be taking plenty of water because there's no soda in my house. No fresh yo.
You know, when we were in secondary school, you would say you go for debates. They would say that, okay, so to cut a long story short, in order with this few point of ours, I hope we've been able to convince you and not to confuse you, because your destiny cannot be confused and we will put you through. And I say that fresh air is good, but
brings me to the point, have I been able to convince you? Because you just advertised fresh you again now.
Because they are going to sign me.
Will you take it in moderation?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Summarily, yes, I know you may be tired and you may be caught up with everyday activity. We are Gen Z now. Generation wakosi time ali makwe no kitchen. Noodles la feje. But I also want you to know that it's better to be safe than sorry. So explore the idea options. You see that with meal prep, like when you already plan your meals ahead self, it's faster, easier, safer, more economical, and healthier for you and your family.
So if you want to flow like me, put everything in moderate. I love you.
Thank you.